Okay, now here's Lori in Orlando. I really appreciate you holding on, Lori. Thanks very much, and welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm a single mom, and I'm depressed. Our healthcare system was supposed to be more affordable, and it's not. I got to see firsthand how poorly Obamacare works while I watched my elderly father die last month. And watching the State of the Union message last night gave me even less hope for our country. And where does our hope lie? What is the new administration going to have to do to turn our country around? What is it going to take to turn our country around? And I would like to hear what you have to say about that. I also have a follow-up.
I have an answer.
I have something else, though, that I want to ask you, though, before you hang up.
Okay, just don't lose your place.
Okay, all right.
As I'm going to answer you here.
You're going to answer me? Do you want me to go ahead, or do you want me to wait for you?
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do about that? Or
No. You want to ask the second question and get it all done, or you want to wait for me to answer your first one and then ask the second one?
Well, my second one, I don't want my second one to get you off track.
You won't. I don't lose my place. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, my second question to you is that I know yesterday was your birthday.
Yeah.
And so I want to wish you a happy belated birthday for one. But I would also like to send you and your staff a copy of a book called The Masked Saint. And in theaters now, there's a movie based on that book called The Masked Saint. It was just released last Friday. And the liberals don't want that movie out there.
There's another movie coming that liberals are not going.
13 Hours?
No. Well, yeah, but no, there's another one coming in March by my friend Cyrus Noresta, who did The Path to 9/11. This movie is going to open in 3,000 theaters, I think March the 11th. And I'm having a mental block in the title. I can look it up here in a minute if I get the email. But what it is about, it's about Jesus Christ at age 7 as he is learning what and who he is and what he is to become.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is a fascinating premise. Cyrus and his wife wrote it. He directed it. He'd been working on it for 2 years, and it's going to open at 3,000. The Young Messiah. The Young Messiah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, this book that I'm telling you about, The Masked Saint, was written by Dr. Chris Whaley, who, by the way, happens to be my brother. He was a professional wrestler, and he's a pastor, and the movie's based on his life. It opened in theaters around the United States on Friday, on January 8th. It's an incredible movie, and I would love for you to go see it, and I would love to send you a copy of that book, and I would also love to send you a screener copy of the movie if you'd like.
Well, you don't need to send the book, because I will buy the book. I'll go get it. I read the e-version of books anyway, so I'll just get it that way. I'd rather buy it than you give it to me. I mean, you wrote the book to sell it, didn't you? And you've just promoted it here, so you don't need to give me the book in order to promote it.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me do that, but I do want an answer to my question, though.
Now you don't care about my answer to the question now.
I do.
You got to your follow-up, and that's what...
to you. I waited for 2 hours to talk to you,
All right.
So I'm excited.
The answer to the question is very simple. Executing it's a different matter.
Yeah.
But your question, the answer to it's very simple. Now, and critics of me and even on all spectrum are going to say simplistic, Rush. That's not an answer. You want to know what has to be done to paraphrase your question? What has to be done? What does the new administration have to do to turn the country around? Right?
Yes.
Reject liberalism.
Absolutely.
We have got to weed out as much of liberalism from the fabric of our government as we can at every level of the bureaucracy. We have got to do whatever we can to clean up the judiciary. That's a longer, obviously, process because we've got lifetime appointments there. But the reason we are in the problems or have the problems we have is liberalism. Liberal Democrats, liberal socialism, whatever. It's got to stop. It's got to be reversed. And so what if you really want to fix this country, we have got to begin implementing conservative values and philosophies by people who know it, love it, believe it, can explain it, and can make it happen. Because the American people, I am convinced, the vast majority of American people are conservative in the way they raise their kids, in the way they live their lives, in the way they hope for their future. Now, conservatism has been so tarnished by reputation. It's been so besmirched and impugned that a lot of people think that it's something that it isn't, which is why it's very important to have somebody who actually is and can articulate it, can promote it, explain it, because it's common, ordinary, everyday values, morality, and so forth, rooted in individual liberty and freedom. It's the exact opposite of what we have had dominating and running this country for the last 7 years, and arguably much longer than that. It's not an immediate fix. There is no immediate fix. One election is not going to fix what's wrong. It's going to take many. It's going to take a lot of energy and significant amount of time to, stop the directions that we're headed and then turn it around and go the other way. I mean, it's not a simplistic, it is a simple answer. Others are going to want to make it complicated and reject it because it's simplistic, but that is the answer. Liberalism is why we have the problems we have. Liberalism is why the American people are hopeless. Liberalism is why the American people are uneducated. Liberalism is why there's no economy. Liberalism is why there's no jobs. Liberalism is why there is no optimism. Liberalism is why people believe in hoaxes like global warming and think they're to blame for all these things. Liberalism is why people think they're going to die if they have a cup of coffee. Or too much salt. Liberalism is why there's pessimism everywhere. It's got to stop. It's got to be defeated. People have to be educated to understand what it is, how to spot it, and always oppose it. Pure and simple. Appreciate the call, Lori. We'll get the book. And I think we've got a secret address we can give you to send the screener. Snerdley would know. I don't know what it is.